Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. I can picture me telling my little bro that it's twisting time. Let's search your friend until I find my lighter just in time to pass it out so he can fire up that super sticky, so we can start the process of getting super lifted. I highly doubt that we can help on me eye to eye. Right now I'm out of reach, meet me in open skies, higher than the pants on earth, but that's my favorite line. And OG Cushion head dude on my favorite kind. I gotta smoke daily, that's my form of therapy. Stress to kill a motherfucker, I can't let it murder me. They say we'll make you laugh, the same thing will make you cry, which make it hard to see, and I can't see me saying bye. What up, my guys? On to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay, Friday edition, man. NBA Talk with Jay, man. Hope everybody out there doing well. I'm not here to waste your time. Gonna come through, break down these games. It's really only like 2 games that I have a really good feel on, but we're gonna get straight to it, man. Try to get this cash, man. Try to take the bookies to Smack City one time for the one time, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the members as well in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel, man. Continue to show your support as well, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Tasha says, join the channel as a member. You will not be what did she say? She said, join the channel as a member. It's definitely worth it or some shit like that. What she said? I gotta find this comment real quick, man. What she say? Sorry, guys. Okay, hit the like in the subscription. It's worth it. Now, shout out to Tasha B Daddy. What's up, my guy? Sid, I see you, my guy. Let's get straight to it in this one, man. I'm not here to waste your time. Let's go over here to the streets of Philadelphia in this one. Sixers are laying 5 points. Now, I don't know why I have it at 7. Sixers laying 5 points versus the New Orleans Pelicans in this one. Really, I'm just happy that Zion's back, to be honest with you, man. We know that he won't be playing in any back-to-backs going forward, but Pelicans, really bad season so far, 7-31. They're probably not coming back from this shit. I don't know what they're going to do, man. I don't know what to say about the Pelicans, man. That's just the way the NBA has been going this year, man. So they have beaten the Sixers past couple of games in this one. Sixers, I believe, without Embiid, but Paul George going to play. Maxi's always going to play as well. They're 0-2 against the spread last 2 games. I don't really want to mess with either one of these teams. Obviously, it's the easy spot would be to fade the Pelicans here, but like I say, now that Zion's back, man, shit, you never know what can happen if they could keep the game close. Now, obviously, if you're taking the Pelicans here, you're pretty much asking them to win. I can't do that. Do I want to lay points with the Sixers consistently without their best player in Joel Embiid and their biggest mismatch? Like, that would be their biggest mismatch in this game. No one on the Pelicans could stay with Joel Embiid in this game. So without Embiid out there, that's the Sixers' biggest mismatch. Pelicans still have some guys that can stay with George and Maxey on the defensive end, man. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm off this game. Can't be betting the Pelicans, but like I say, I'm not in a hurry to lay points with the Sixers without Joel Embiid out there. They're 1-3 ATS last 4 games. They're only 2-3 straight up last 5. You see they like to mess around, man. They lost versus they didn't cover the spread versus the Wizards. They were smacking them. They were up by 7 at the end of the first quarter, up by 11 at the end of the first half, and then before you know it, in the fourth quarter, they get outscored 29-21, man. So unfortunately this year there's a lot of teams in the NBA that you just never know what you're going to get from them. It's really hard to trust, like put your hard-earned money on them when things are just all over the place. So easy pass game for me, guys. I'm sorry. I can't bet the Pelicans. Don't want to lay points with the Sixers here. Maybe look towards some props for some of that one. I don't have any prop looks. I'm just happy to see Zion back out there on the court, man. So stay away game for me. Let's go over here to the streets of Orlando in this one. Magic getting 7 at the house versus the Bucks in this one, man. Magic, obviously, they weren't supposed to look well versus the Wolves yesterday. Wolves went out there and smacked them up pretty much with ease. Now, both of these two teams have pretty much like an identical record. Bucks are trying to get back to where they were, like when they were right before that cup. They've won 2 straight games. They've smacked up the Raptors. They smacked up the Spurs as well. But you're going up against a much tougher defense here. They most likely, I mean, I'm pretty like 95% sure that Banchero is coming back in this game, man. So he probably could have came back yesterday, but like I said, it was a part of the cap yesterday. Why would they care more about that game versus the Western Conference team when they need these games versus the Eastern Conference teams, man? Obviously, this is a little rival here versus the Milwaukee Bucks, man. So the Bucks have kicked their butts in the last 10 games. They're 8-2 straight up in their last 10 games versus the Bucks. But Magic have been teetering on hanging with these guys, 5-5 against the spread. They faced off of them earlier this year as well, December 10th. That's when the Magic are without their guys. Bucks laying 8 at the house, win by 5. Magic get the cover. I think that the Magic could possibly keep this game close, man. Also, teams do not like losing back-to-back games at the house, man. So the Magic have done that. They've actually lost I'm talking about back-to-back games like in 2 straight days, but the last time they were at the house before yesterday, they lost to the Utah Jazz as 9-point favorites. Then they lost versus the Wolves. They've actually lost 4 of their last 5 home games, guys. And the one win was versus the Brooklyn Nets. There was pretty much like a game winner. I believe that was Cole Anthony or someone that pretty much hit a game winner, almost lost to the Nets. So for whatever reason, Magic have not been as good at the house. I think with Banchero back, he could possibly help things out. Now, we know he's going to be rusty. The use is going to be there, but I probably wouldn't be going out there betting Banchero props for the simple fact that it's going to take him time to get back to getting used to playing NBA basketball, going up against NBA competition, man. So my thing, I'm a little surprised seeing this line continue to go up, even though the Magic have not been looking as well. They win with their defense. It's not like they're going to, like, it's Steph Curry coming back and they're relying on him shooting. They rely on getting into the paint, getting steals, getting out in transition, man. So I do think that the Bucks are the better team, but when you talk about laying 7 here on the road in a step-up spot with the Magic, probably feeling themselves a little bit with getting their guy back, I'd lean towards the Magic here, man. Not enough to bet it, to be perfectly honest with you, but I know, like, they have Giannis over there. He's leading the league in points, but the Magic have long, lengthy guys, man. They could build a wall and really bother Giannis over there. This game is going to be on Dame, in my opinion. If Dame goes crazy, then that's when the Bucks can win this game by double digits. Just relying on Giannis here, it's going to be tough for him to get in the paint, get those easy baskets. Magic play really great one-on-one defense, man, and transition defense. So Giannis will not be able to dominate this game like he does versus other teams, man. So no, the Magic hadn't been playing well, but I feel like that they going to be turned up for this Friday night game at the house, man. Defense can keep them within this point spread. I'd lean towards the Magic here, but like I say, if you like the Bucks, don't let me talk you off. I did not bet the Magic, but if I had to play this game, I would be betting the Magic at the house as the home dog Friday night game, man. Let's go over to the streets of Indianapolis in this one. Pacers laying 8 points at the house versus the Warriors. It's supposed to be a fade spot for the Warriors. My problem is, I remember this last year, man, and this was the same fucking point spread. The Warriors were in a horrible spot. Back-to-back, 3rd game in 4, 4th game in 6 nights, 5th game in 7. And this is when the Pacers was rolling as well. Now they're starting to roll once again. What I didn't like is that they lost to the Warriors, beat them outright on the same type of number. And I'm talking about the same type of situation. Line opened up at like 4.5, 5.5. They knew that it was a fade spot. It went up to like 8.5, 9. They lost. The Warriors went out there and smacked them, man. And you know what's also a crazy stat? Not even just looking at the sides. You look at the underdog, the team that's been catching points in the last. Really, it's really 9-0 in the last. So it's 9-1 in the last 10. The underdog. You just take the underdog, and I'm not saying it's going to happen today. These just are patterns, though. The underdog in this series, guys, 9-0 straight up. Not even fucking lying to you. You go and look at it, man. Whichever team is catching points, you just take their 9-0 straight up in the game in the last 9 meetings, guys. And that trend continued earlier this year. Pacers were getting 6 points in Golden State, beat them outright, 111-105. Now, obviously, Steph Curry, I am starting to get worried about the Warriors, to be perfectly honest with you, man. So, because let me see. So this is a 5th game in 7 night spots here once again. So it's the same situation as last year, except for last year, the Warriors were already on the East Coast. This time they went from west to east. It's probably a little bit worse spot for the Warriors going west to east and then back to back. They almost let the Pistons come back on them, man. They almost let them come back. You got up 18 points. I know what they did. It probably kind of like let go of the rope, like, all right, we got a game tomorrow. Let's conserve some energy. Steph Curry, So they won't have Wiggins. They won't have Kuminga. That's two of your best perimeter defenders right there. Steph, Draymond, both questionable in this one. I'd lean to the Pacers, but like I say, the fact that I can't ignore that stat that the underdog in these meetings have been 9-0 straight up last 10. I could not. That's not something that I can ignore personally, in my opinion. Like I say, just really just following the patterns. I don't want to have anything to do with this game because we've seen teams like that. We've seen the Pacers like they're hot right now. They've won 4 straight and 4-0 against the spread as well, but they still haven't just had that streak. This game will tell me a lot because they haven't had that consistent streak where it's like, all right, we're back. Like we're back like we were last year. So if they win this game, win in blowout fashion by double digits, I'll think that the Pacers are back. This is a game that I'll watch. I mean, obviously Steph and Draymond, that's gonna move the line one way or another. If Steph and Draymond are out, you definitely probably want to look towards them, but look against them. But the way the NBA is these days, then Steph and Draymond get ruled out. Now the Pacers like, oh, okay, the game doesn't mean as much. We're playing against backup guys, like Guy Santos out there, and like you look at their name and it doesn't mean anything. But they're out there playing for their basketball lives. They're trying to get a contract. You see what I'm saying? So I want nothing to do with this game. Maybe I would look towards an over spot. I know that the Pacers have been playing really great defense, but you know who hasn't, and that's been the Golden State Warriors. Now their offense hasn't been looking as good. That's why their games have been going under. But I think that the Pacers are starting to get back to a little bit of that pace, man, trying to get up and run and gun. And if the Warriors do run out of gas, it's gonna be on that. Defensive end. So the 223 is a little bit of a low total in my opinion, man. Pacers have been balling 7-3 straight up, 7-3 against the spread last 10. If I had to bet it right now, I probably would fade the Warriors in this spot. But like I said, I'm telling you, man, these teams are so damn inconsistent. What happens when the Warriors turn back the clock and decide they want to play championship style type of basketball again, man? So I'm off this game. If I had to bet it, I would probably side with the over more than any side here. Like I said, I'll say it one more time. The underdog, whichever team is catching points in their last 9 games, is 9-0 straight up in these particular matchups, man. So for whatever reason, there was a spot last year where the Warriors, same spot, 5th game in 7 nights, came into Indiana and beat them outright, man. So the patterns are all over the place here. I'm staying off this game. This is one I'm on, though. We're going here to the streets of Boston. This one, Celtics laying 10.5 points at the house. My guy says, shout out to Guy Santos. Nah, Cuz be balling. Cuz was balling last night. Shout out to my guy. My guy knows the guy, man. My guy Friday, man. I focus with my guy out there, man. Shout out to the Raptors as well. I really wish they had beat them Cavs yesterday. It would have been crazy. My guy say, man, he'd rather talk about some shirts, man. But let's get here to my top spot of the day, man. We're going with the Sacramento Kings plus the 10 versus the Boston Celtics. I know it's somewhat of an ugly side here, but don't look now, man. The Kings are trying to climb back up to the rankings, man. They have 2 players that, for whatever reason, have killed Boston in the previous years, man. May not have translated to wins, but now they're both on the same team. DeRozan has put up a 40 ball on these boys. De'Aaron Fox has put up a 40 ball versus these guys. Both of these guys are probably good. I expect Fox to come back in this one. His ass was hurting. He was out with a glute injury, which it was more like hip because he fell on it really bad. He's rested up for about 5-6 days now. He should be good to go. This is a huge game, but let's look at the Celtics here first. First, I want to look at the Celtics here, man, because this has not been a good spot for the Celtics. First off, land double digits. First off, at the house, they're 7-12 against the spread this year as a home favorite. For whatever reason, this has not been their spot. Now, it's not saying fade them every time, but I mean, shit, just look at those numbers here. 7-12 against the spread. Also, playing at the house. I looked at this, man. For whatever reason, they have not been covering any spots. Coming off a road game, going back to the house. They're 2-6 against the spread playing at the house after a road game, and it's 1-6 in the last 7. So they did it in the after playing the Wizards. Early in the season, they came to the house and smacked somebody up. After that, they're 1-6 against the spread, just coming off of a road game, going back to the house. 1-6 ATS in their last 7, 2-6 on the season. They're also 2-6 against the spread with the rest disadvantage as well. I know that they've had 2 days off, but the Kings have had 3 days off. You see what I'm saying? And lastly, they're 2-7 against the spread when laying 7 to 10 points at the house. They're also coming back to the house off that West Coast road trip as well. They went to Minnesota. Houston, OKC, then Denver. Now they have a Western Conference team at the house here. When you play in the opposite conference, just doesn't really matter that much, man. Pelicans on deck. This is a nice little time for the Celtics to just kind of chill, relax. It's one of those points in the season where it's just like, you know what I'm saying? We're just getting through the season, man. The Kings, they're trying to make waves. They're trying to come up after being so fucking trash for so long. I don't really think it was Mike Brown, but I still think that Christie is bringing new life into this team, and he's getting them playing to the old Kings. That's what's important. He's saying, guys, we running and gunning, we're shooting threes, we letting them things fly. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. He even told DeRozan, you got to get up 3-4 threes a game, bro. You have to. I don't care if you don't like shooting them. We have to get up threes. That's Kings basketball, man. So I'm expecting Fox to come back here. He wasn't out for a long period of time, so it's not one of those like you want to fade him. Like we saw Ja Morant not necessarily look as good last night. Like Bakero, he might not look as good when you out for multiple weeks. De'Aaron Fox only been out for about 5 or 6 days, man. So I like the fact that he's coming back here. They're going to need him because one of the main weaknesses for the Celtics is points in the paint defense. That's where Fox lives. That's where Fox, guys like DeRozan, Sabonis, this is a great matchup for the Kings to get into the paint, in my opinion here, man. So I'm liking the Kings here plus the double digits. They're low-key red hot right now, man. 5-0 straight up, 4-1 against the spread. That one none cover, they ended the game on a 15-0 run and didn't cover it, and basically didn't cover the game by a hook. Almost came all the way back and covered there, man. You could damn near grade that as a cover. So the Kings have been balling right now. Like I say, I explained everything that's going on with the Celtics. If this has not been their spot, and then also we're getting so many points to where the Kings just they don't have to win the game, just keep the game close, man. So I didn't necessarily love the board today, but I'm going with Kings plus the double digits. Whatever happens, I'll live with it. I like the spot regardless. You see what I'm saying? I like the Kings here plus the 10 in this particular spot, and I do expect De'Aaron Fox to come back in this one as well. And when it is now saying, even if it goes down to plus 9, I still like the Sacramento Kings in this one. We're going with Sacktown plus the 10 versus the Boston Celtics in this one. My only official spot of the day, man. Let's go over here to the next game. I had to go back and watch the game on January 3rd, Knicks versus Thunder. There were things that stood out to me, guys. Now, I want to say, like, shout out to the Thunder. This is the youngest team in the NBA. They played the hardest. And also, I really got to give them credit because I'm seeing these guys on a 3-on-1 fast break. They're not passing it out for the three. They're going to the paint, man. They're doing what you're supposed to do. Old school basketball. Go get the easy two. Go get the high percentage shot. I'm not going to start, guys. I promise you. I know how I get on that shit, but like the Thunder, I can say there are certain teams that match up really well with the Thunder. What do you need to do with the Thunder? You need to have multiple ball handlers that can get to the paint off the dribble. That's what you need. And you need some big men that can score as well. You do have Hardenstein coming back to New York here, but like I'll tell you what happened on January 3rd. First off, Mikal Bridges was a really tough matchup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way that the Knicks play, they can bang with the Thunder. And I'll be honest with you. This line is low-key disrespectful, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I know that Towns is questionable. He's been questionable every game for the last fucking 8 games with a knee. 2 key things in that game. Karl-Anthony Towns was a really great matchup versus the Thunder. Mikal Bridges, they were putting him on the block versus Cason Wallace and SJ, and it was working very well as well. Jalen Brunson didn't really do that well. They had Lou Dort on him, and he injured his ankle towards the end of the first quarter. And you see that shit held him back for the rest of the game. So they led the game by 12 points at the half. And then in that fourth quarter, I believe they got outscored by like 10 points in that fourth quarter. They simply ran out of gas, man. They were banging with the Thunder. They should have won that game. Obviously, Tibbs played everybody like 40-plus minutes in that one. They simply ran out of gas in that fourth quarter. They got outscored 37-19 in the fourth quarter. That's what it took for the Thunder to come back and win that game by 10 points. They were laying 4-0. The fact that they're laying 4.5 here on the road, you could say that the number is strong, but I think this is a disrespectful line to the Knicks at the house. This is not an official play for me, and I didn't bet it, but I think Knicks first half in the full game is a spot here. I think first half is a little bit better because you're only having 24 minutes of have to go up there with the Thunder. But in all honesty, this is a disrespectful line. There's not many teams that can bang with the Thunder, but teams like the Cavs, teams like the Knicks that have multiple offensive options, especially at the house. I think that it's crazy because last year and even to the beginning of this year, the Thunder were undervalued. With this number, This is an overvalued number for the Thunder here, man. Going into Madison Square Garden, going against a team that can bang with them, that have matchups across the board, they can go with them. What do you need to do with the Thunder? You need to play tough basketball. You need to go and get rebounds. You need to play great defense. You need to be a very well offensively and defensively team. That's exactly what the Knicks are, man. Like I say, if you can lead by 14 points, lead by 12 on the road in Oklahoma City, what do you think they're going to do at the house, man? I think that the Knicks are the right side in this game. I think they come out in the first half as well. If I was betting it, I'd be taking the first half. I feel like that one's one. I like that one a little bit more. I know that the Thunder are going to be pissed, guys, but just know that like Towns, Hart, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Brunson, they can give these guys fits, man. I'm telling you this. They match up really well with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's probably three, maybe best four teams in the NBA that can match up real with the Thunder. The Knicks are one of those teams, man. This is a top tier team in the NBA. Getting 4.5 at the house, I'm sorry, is absolutely disrespectful to the New York Knickerbockers in this game, guys. I think Knicks first half plus the 2 and money line is the right side, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised at all if they handed OKC a second straight loss and won this game outright. I know that they're pissed after losing that game on the third. I went back and watched it. The Knicks match up really well versus the Thunder. Also, look, I don't know what Hardenstein's assist is, but bro, on them backdoor cuts, bro, be putting that bitch on the money. He be putting it on the money every time. Hardenstein low key could get a triple double, bro. He low key could. But I just want to say about this line, this is the absolute top of the market for the Thunder here, and I think it's a few too many points, man. This is a disrespectful spot. The Knicks can stay with these boys. All the money on the Thunder. People thinking it's easy. They're thinking there's no way they can lose back-to-back games. Let's see what happens. I just want to see what Hardenstein's assist are, because obviously he's coming back facing his old team. Hardenstein, his assist at 4.5, that's disrespectful as well. I take Isaiah Hardenstein over his 4.5 assists. It looks like it says plus money right now at FanDuel. You can get Isaiah Hardenstein over 4.5 assists at plus 126, man. Just watch the way the Thunder play with the dribble handoff at the top. They have Hardenstein at the top like he's like a Jokic or Sabonis. All he do is point to the guy and they cut back door. He might have 5 assists by halftime. That's a disrespectful number there for Isaiah Hardenstein, in my opinion, man. Everybody in the chat is thinking there's no way the Thunder can lose back-to-back games. Guys, it's not like they're facing a regular team. They're going against two teams that match up with them the best in the NBA, in my opinion. That's the Cavs and the Knicks. No one in the West really can match up well with them. You see what I'm saying? I mean, the Lakers used to match up well with them. Now, I don't know about now, but the Knicks and the Cavs, I'll just tell you now, these are two teams that sometimes it doesn't matter. It's not that simple. Oh, they're not going to lose back-to-back. I'm just telling you guys, you like OKC, be weary, be a little hesitant with it. I think Knicks come out here, punch them in the mouth once again in the first half. I wouldn't be surprised if they won. But Hardenstein over 4.5 assists is a really great look. I wouldn't be surprised if he had 10 assists in this one with like a little sprinkle on the Isaiah Hardenstein triple-double in this one, because the points and the rebounds are going to get there. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he went for a little old triple-double in this one, man. So watch out for the Knicks in this one. Very disrespectful line, man. Let's go over to the streets of Chicago in this one. Bulls laying 11.5 at the house versus the Wizards. Let me go check my guy Ronald's site real quick. Let's go look at Moneyballer. I just want to see if the if the Bulls have laid double digits all season. Then while that's loading, let me check the injury report for the Wizards. Last game, they pretty much sat a bunch of guys. I still think Wizards first half is a wagon. Everybody on the fucking injury report, man. They got 8 people on the injury report. Brogdon is out. Sarr game time decision. Poole game time decision. And then the other 2 players don't really matter, man. So, but Sarr and Poole obviously mean a lot. Bulls are ballers. Bulls are the better team here. You talk about laying 11.5 points, bro. This is a little crazy here. If Poole, I'm not lying to you. If Poole and Sarr in, I'll bet Wizards first half here. Bulls not like, come on now. They could even win, and we've seen what the Wizards do, bro. 8-2, so they're 7-2 against the spread last 9 in the first half because they didn't cover the last game versus Sixers, but they split it. They didn't cover in the first half versus Sixers, but came back in the fourth quarter and covered. Wizards are a scrappy team, man. I'm telling you, they're a scrappy fucking team. Let's see, the Bulls have not been a favorite of more than 10 points this year, and I wouldn't lay it here, man. I'm sorry, but like I say, if the Wizards continue to like sit all of their guys, they obviously won't even have a chance to sniff or cover. But if Poole and Sarr plays and they got the rest of the guys, they can hang with the Bulls, man. 11.5 is. I'm not landing 11.5 with the Bulls versus nobody. Maybe versus the Nets right now. You know what I'm saying? Nets without everybody. Maybe them, but I'd lean towards Wizards in the first half, but you need Sar, you need Poole. They can be affording to have, especially without Brogdon, they can be affording to have everyone out. I'd lean towards Wizards in the first half here, and if they covered the full game, it wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm not landing 11.5 points with the Bulls. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it, man. They're not that. They're good team. They can step up versus competition and surprise some teams. But when you talk about landing 11.5, and I'm not doing it ever. So maybe if it was the Nets here, but the Wizards are a scrappy team, and I'd lean their way in the first half. If I probably will bet it too. If Poole and Sar get ruled in, I'll take the Wizards to keep it close for 24 minutes. Last game, let's go over to the streets of Denver in this one. Nuggets land 15 points at the house versus the ass Nets. The Nets are super ass right now. I think I saw that at least they would get Ben Simmons back in this one. So still no. So they were without Walford. They were without Cam Thomas. They were without D'Angelo Russell. They were without Cam Johnson. They were without Beck. Bogdanovich hadn't played all season, but at least they get Ben Simmons back here, man. So let me see. You probably want to just take Ben Simmons PRA or something, man. Obviously the Nuggets land 15 here. Jokic game time decision. He probably should be over that illness now, but this is the Nets. They can win this game without him. Do I want to lay 15 with the Nuggets? I'm not betting the Nets, so it's actually a really simple game. But this is one that they don't have anyone, man. You got to look towards. So first, I know Zaire Williams. He been on them rebounds, man. One of these guys had took him rebounds like 10 plus at plus 2,000, and he hit that shit, man. So Zaire Williams, his rebounds is at 4.5. That shit's been cashing, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw Cuz go in for the 10 plus, I was like, let me watch this game. Zaire Williams been getting those rebounds, man. Let me just really quick here. Let me look at the last few games here. I think that was versus the Pistons. That was versus the Pistons that he took that. And no, it wasn't that one because he only had 5 in that one. But it's still over 4.5 rebounds for Zaire Williams is not a bad look in my opinion. But I'd look at let me see. Which game was that, man? I know he had 8 versus the Pacers. All of these has been cashing over the 4.5 though. Was that versus the Sixers? It doesn't really matter, man. But he's been getting these rebounds, man. So Zaire Williams over 4.5 rebounds, not a bad look. And I just wanted to look at Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons rebounds is at 5.5. That's a little crazy. There's 7.5 on assists. So let's see what Ben Simmons is. He might not get many points, man, but let's see. So points, rebounds. Ben Simmons 12.5. That's crazy. I think Ben Simmons, he has to be trying to play for another country. He's right now getting another contract, but Simmons has to assert himself in this type of game, man. Rebounds, assists is at 12.5. Points and rebounds is at 12.5. He might get that on rebounds alone. I think Ben Simmons, if I was betting this game, I would be looking at Zaire Williams over his rebounds. I'd be looking at Ben Simmons over his 5.5 rebounds at plus money. That's a good look. Steph Curry is listed out right now. So if you want to try and back the Pacers really fast, the time is now, man. Ben Simmons assist over 7.5. So that's what I'd look at here, man. Look at some props. Ben Simmons over his 12.5, whether you want to do points and assists and rebounds, just rebounds over 5.5, I think are all good looks. Zaire Williams over his rebounds. Nets have a really short roster right now, guys. So Simmons is going to have to fucking play he might have to play like 35 minutes in this one, man. So, that's it, man. That's the show for today. One play for me so far. I'm on Kings plus a 10. Sixers, Pelicans, nothing for me. Magic, Bucks, if I had to bet it, I would take the Magic plus the 7 in that one, or maybe even first half before they could possibly run out of gas. But I'd lean towards Magic there with Ben Carroll back. Pacers, Warriors, no Steph. It should be a Pacer spot. The underdog is 9-0 straight up last in this series. So for whatever that's worth, I still would lean to the over though, even without Steph. One the Kings, Knicks. I think it's a disrespectful line there for the Knicks in the first half and in the full game. I think they get the job done there. Isaiah Hartenstein over 4.5 assists, man. I don't like really betting props, and I'm definitely not going official with it. His over 4.5 assists is at plus money, guys. That's too low. That's like that. They shouldn't be giving plus money on his over 4.5 assists. If you watch the way the Thunder play, unless he gets in really quick foul trouble, Isaiah Hartenstein will go at least 5 assists. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a triple-double today, to be perfectly honest with you. Going back to New York in the Garden. I know if the whole sentiment is that Thunder can't lose back-to-back games. Why the fuck can't they? The Knicks can hang with these guys, man. So we'll see what happens with that one. I do think Knicks first half is the better look, though. And then Wizards Bulls, keep an eye on Jordan Poole and Alex Sarr. If they play, I think Wizards first half could continue to be a wagon. This is the first time the Bulls have been laying double digits all season, and I do not agree with it. But like I say, if Poole and Sarr are out, you probably don't want to touch the game, man. But if they're in, I think Wizards first half is a look again. And then in the next game, I think that Zaire Williams over 4.5 rebounds. I also think that Ben Simmons assists. I would probably go with rebounds more over the 5.5 rebounds, but rebounds, assists can get there. Points and rebounds can get there. Simmons, pretty much, he's going to be the best player for the Nets out there today. So he's finally playing in the game with all of these scrubs. He has to try to turn back the clock or something. That's what I would bet in that game, man. That's the show. Hope y'all, whatever you guys are betting, I hope y'all take the books to Smack City one time for the one time, man. I don't know if I'll be able to do a show tomorrow, man. If I have one good look, then I'll probably do a show from my phone. But my son has 2 basketball games. He has a basketball tournament tomorrow, man. It starts in the morning. So going to be pretty busy tomorrow. But if I have a look, I'll go live from my phone or something, man. That's the show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me just see what they're saying. Real quick, Jay Fox is ruled out too. Yeah, I still like the Kings even without Fox over there. I already bet it. I'm not buying out of it, man. So big people just got ruled out. I don't really care, man. It's Friday. Time for the injury report. Manipulation. Knicks at home, 8-9. Thunder away. Hey, take the Thunder if you want, bro. Shit, Fox out. I did not care, bro. My money's already on it, man. What else? What else? Like spread pick of the day. Ron Crawford, my guy, liking the Magic there plus the 7. Open line shows Steph not playing. Pacers gonna smash. Hey, you know the Sharps in that football game tonight. Sharps are there. I see on both sides. Some Sharps taking the points and money line with Texas, but real Sharps, I know they say that the Ohio State's been the best team in college football all season, man. So, me personally, I wouldn't bet against Ohio State. That's just me personally, right there. Sharps were all over Penn State yesterday. It didn't fucking matter, man. My guy says Nuggets 117 or 102. Oh, yeah, what's the Nets team total under? Because that shit's been going crazy. They hadn't touched 100 points in the last 3 games, man. I might have cashed the team total under with all of them, just on all of them. Let me just see what Nets team total under is. Nets team total is at 101.5, man. They might not get to 100 points again, bro. So they might not get to 100 points again. The Nets team total under has been a wagon, man. It's been a wagon, but that's it, man. That's the show, man. I'm not here to waste y'all time. Whatever you guys are betting today, my guy LJ say Jokic, please play, man. Jared likes Ohio State. Zion double plus 350. I'm not gonna talk you off that. I can't. Why would I talk you off that, man? Zion might go crazy versus them Sixers, man. So my guy say look at Monk's assists. Malik Monk been going bonkers, bro. I'm not even lying to you. Malik Monk, I was thinking about him, no homo type shit, but I was like, man, Monk in that start lineup, the Kings been balling whether Fox has been playing or not. You see what I'm saying? So, y'all, hey, I've been posting plays again to the members channel. Y'all check it out. If I make some more plays, I'll post them in there, man. It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all take the bookies to Smack City. I'm about to go hit the gym. I'm about to take my muscles to Smack City. About to eat some breakfast, man. Go get this nice little workout in. It really puts me in a really nice mindset. You see what I'm saying? Y'all have a great day, great weekend. Drink some water, get a workout in, man. All type of shit. Let's get this cash, baby. We out. Let's go. And I still like the Kings. I don't give a